We're back in the studio live now, and we have Mr. Lawerence. Mr. Lawerence, you must be still fizzing after your win against Mr. Aykroyd. How are you feeling after that?
Oh, absolutely buzzing, mate. Absolutely buzzing. Yeah,
So-
it was a fierce competition, as you know, but it's good to come out with a win at the end of the day.
Since you are successful in the game, you will be moving on to the next round.
Oh, God.
And that will be next term sometime, but you will be moving on to the next round. And if you play how you just did, mate, you got a chance of making the finals.
Well, kind of. I mean, I missed out Beijing. I missed out Barcelona. There was
But you
loads
still
of
got it. That's the main thing.
well, you know.
You've named the most ever, I think.
Oh, no, Miss Hammond.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Hammond would, yeah.
He got countries, largest landmass.
Yeah, he's quite
No,
intelligent.
that was Mr. Hegarty.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Hammond did the sports ones.
Okay.
The events. Anyway,
Whatever.
let's move on to the...
Yeah, he lost with the bowling. I was listening to that one. He said
did
that
he?
bowling was an Olympic sport.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm really
terrible.
privileged that you are actually listening to the show.
No, mate, never miss it. Never miss
Great
it.
show,
The highlight
thank you.
of my week.
Oh.
All right.
So the first off with the English Premier League and football in general. So then the EPL starts this weekend. What team do you support?
Oh, as you all know, boys, I support the mighty Sunderland. And they are in the English Premier League at the moment.
At the moment,
Yeah, we
Maybe
tend to
not
go
next
up and
year.
down a bit, but at the moment they are in the English Premier League, yeah.
So what do you reckon they'll be expecting this year? Will they be looking for a top half of the table finish?
Well, you always hope, but really, in all the years I've been supporting them, which is quite a number now, I think the highest we finished was, in fact, 6th in the Premier League. So it's a tough division, it always has been, getting tougher all the time, really. And normally, a mid-table position would be a good result for us.
All right, so I'm going to be first to admit I don't know much about the soccer, but I'm just going to read off my notes
Football.
anyway.
All right,
So the Community Shield was just last night between Chelsea and Man City.
that's right.
It is often seen as a glorified friendly, which means nothing. What do you think about this? Don't laugh at me.
It's. I mean, everyone gets excited about it, of course. I mean, like in years when the Olympics isn't on, it's a big game, and everyone's looking to see which the two teams. It's the FA Cup winners from the previous season versus the Premier League winners.
Yep.
And of course, that will be Chelsea and Man City this year. I just did look on my iPhone just before I came in, and Man City came in with a 3-2 win.
They did.
Came from behind apparently to win 3-2. So. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was pointless, but it just gives you bragging rights, I suppose, for the season to start off with.
So just out of curiosity, is that game like way quieter that the closing ceremony of the Olympics was on? Or was it?
It was like on at like 2:00 last night. So
Oh, okay,
yeah,
so it's not
I didn't
fun.
catch it myself, I must admit.
do you think it's a precursor of what is to come this season? Will Man City take out the league again?
Well, I hope not. But I mean, the unusual thing with that game, or the thing for me, the reason I didn't get up in the middle of the night is that I actually hate both teams. Both Man City and Chelsea are teams that I don't really. So sorry to the listeners who are fans and all that, but yeah, I'm really not keen either of those teams. And really, the best result for me would be if both of those teams lost. So, and I don't think that's really possible in a one-off game, is it?
So is there any reason in particular why you don't like the teams?
Oh, I just think both of them have. They haven't really built up teams. They've just bought them because they've got a massive owner. Well, not massive. He's not physically massive, but massive in terms of finance. Who's just bought everybody that's for sale, and they've basically bought a title, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's an opinion that a lot of people have. So who do you think will win the EPL this year? Will Sunderland come from behind?
My hopes and prayers are that they will, but I can't really see it. I would think if you were looking at it, if you were a betting man, then I would think you can't really go past Man United. Alec Ferguson and Man United, comparing him to City and Chelsea, you know, Man U have built up a team over a number of years. Got a lot of respect for Alec Ferguson, of course, as everyone has. So I'd be sort of hoping out of the three of them that Man United come through. You never know; it might even be Liverpool or Arsenal. You never know.
So you talk about the winners of the league. Who
Yep.
do you think will fail this year?
Oh, good. I think statistically, usually 2 out of the 3 who get promoted go down. So I'm trying to think who came up this year. I think was it Southampton have come up.
Yeah, Derby County maybe.
Derby County, yeah, and there's
Don't ask me.
I
'cause
don't know,
have
it
no
wasn't Birmingham, but whoever it is anyway. I would say the ones who've just been promoted are usually hot favourites to go straight back down again. Yeah.
So are there any major signings that you've been paying attention to, especially for Sunderland, that happened in the off-season?
No, not really. We've managed to keep most of our squad. Stefan Sessegnon is the guy that everyone was after. He's a very, very good player, and there's a number of clubs interested in him, but we've managed to hold on to him. So very pleased about that.
So, because Sam's done a really bad job at writing these questions, and it's been really short, is there anything more you'd like to say about the football before we move on to the Olympics?
Oh, no, I'm alright. I'm just looking forward to the whole thing. It's just, there's always the interminable wait when the football season finishes to it starting again. But luckily, when you live in New Zealand, you've got the college football to follow, and I coach my boys' team as well. So football goes all year round for me, which is great.
Those were some great questions, by the way. Thank you very much, Cam, and well answered, sir.
They're all right.
So on to the Olympics now, concentrating on Great Britain, because you are from Sunderland.
I am indeed.
I gather from the... Oh, wait.
No, you haven't read the question properly, Sam.
So how do you think the Olympics went overall for Britain? How well was it run?
Oh, fabulous. From what I can see, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Olympics normally passes me by, but you can't help but be incredibly impressed just by the whole thing, you know. I was really pleased that they pulled it off, especially because you had all of the people knocking it before it started, the media having a bit of a go, and now Britain's pulled it off magnificently, I think.
So, obviously, I think Great Britain ended up third on the medal tally, was that? Is that correct?
Did they really?
Yeah, I think they did.
I think so.
Cool.
So, what kind of role do you think the home crowd played in the achievement of Britain getting how many medals they got?
Yeah, I suppose it's like anything. If you got a home crowd advantage, it's worth a couple of wins, isn't it? So no, fabulous. I would imagine it was a big effect, because I think, didn't China finish top last time?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so you think so that home crowd, it's got to have something to do with it. I just watched The Who play this morning. The closing ceremony finishes off with the band The Who, so that was probably the highlight of the whole Olympics for me. It was fantastic. I was watching that in the library with Miss Marrow. It was brilliant.
Bit of a Who fan, eh?
Absolutely.
So you can't be telling me that you didn't get any excitement out of the New Zealanders winning gold.
Oh no, I did. I was just thinking there. I thought you would bring this question up, so I would say probably for me. Ironically, it was the. I thought Mahi Drysdale. You've got to have respect for him with his gold, but I thought the two rowers that came in the one before, they got the bronze and the double sculls. Is it?
Did
they have bronze?
Oh.
Yeah. I think so. Things like that were just fantastic to watch. Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah, where they came from behind and just gave it all.
Superb. Yep. No, edge of your seat stuff. Yep.
All right. So I had a question. Yes, I do have a question. So Mr. Rabbit came in here last week and made allegations that certain sports, or most sports in the Olympics, shouldn't be there, such as, you know, your football and your hockey and your what else was
Yep.
it?
Synchronized swimming.
Synchronized swimming.
What?
He said any event which... I thought you were listening.
No, I was. I was just feigning surprise there for dramatic effect.
Okay, great.
All right.
Great radio.
So, he said that any sport that is... well, you know the story, so carry on.
I was listening to Mr. Rabbit there, and I think I must admit that we agree about most things, and I would agree with him on this one as well. You might be surprised to hear it, but I don't think football should be there either. I think it's got its own World Cup and European Cups. I think it's a bit silly to have those team sports in there as well. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, just for the money.
Once again, I agree with Mr. Rabbit. Right.
So, if you were the organizer of the Olympics and there was one sport that you had to take out, what sport would it be?
Wouldn't be so much taking sports out. I would put another couple of good ones in, like darts. I think darts would be good to have in the Olympics. Yep. Or you could even have a combination of, say, 100-metre sprint and darts, where they got to run the 100 metres and then finish from a certain number to get a finish.
The look on Cam's face as you said that was just
darts.
Priceless.
Yeah. I mean, why isn't darts in the Olympics? I don't understand.
I just don't think it takes... any dartists out there. I just don't think there's much skill in it, to be honest.
We have rock climbing and chess next.
That just shows what you know, Cameron. That just shows what you know.
I probably should know a bit more about.
You should ask Mr. Jenkins about that, or Mr. Thompson. Mr. Thompson, who was an ex-New Zealand darts representative.
Was he? Oh, we'll get
was
him
he
in.
actually?
He was indeed.
Oh, we've already had him on the show and we didn't ask him about it.
Oh, we'll get him in again.
Sam, poor form.
You should.
We might get him in. I think we should.
So, final question: who are you backing for in the New Zealand versus UK battles, like the women's hockey, where we could have got a bronze medal?
Yeah, I was just talking about this the other day, actually. As far as the Olympics goes, in most sports, actually, same with the All Blacks and all that, I go for New Zealand. There's only really the football. I mean, if the next World Cup's in Rio, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if the next World Cup, if New Zealand was playing England in the final of the next Football World Cup, then I would have a bit of a tough choice on my hands there. But in anything else, it's always New Zealand.
Well, to be honest, New Zealand's probably got a bigger chance of winning a World Cup than England does. So for football,
yeah, I'd have to. Yeah, all right, okay.
So, do you have any more questions, Sam?
No, I do not. That's why I said final question.
All right. Mr.
No,
Lawerence,
yeah,
is
yeah.
there anything else you want to say about the Olympics that you might just want to touch up on? Or
No. As I say, I've been surprisingly. I've seen quite a lot of it. My wife's absolutely hooked on the Olympics, so I'm kind of glad it's over in some ways, and that I'll be able to watch Coronation Street on the TV again instead of the Olympics.
there were some
But
pretty-
because I was missing my fix there for a while, but otherwise, yeah, it's been fabulous.
Yep.
But glad it's over.
You've been missing your Coronation Street, with all that's been going on lately. I don't really watch it, but I just saw the ads. Looks pretty cool. All right, so congratulations, sir, from getting to the next round again. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna call it a day. I think. Are you ready to call it a day, Sam?
Yep, finished early for once.
Finished early. Mr. Lorden will be happy we're at class on time. Thanks, sir, for coming on the
Brilliant.
show.
No,
Um,
I've thoroughly enjoyed myself.
So would you like to say anything else before you leave?
No.
Quick wrap up. No.
No,
Okay.
I'm okay. Yep, I'll see you next time, lads.
You will see us next time.
Thank you very much, sir.
On the rich
That's
list.
all right.
Thanks. All right, guys. I'd just like to quickly say, congratulations to the first 15. I mean, what an achievement it was for them winning the plate final. So if you see any of those lads around the school, congratulate them because they have been the most successful Hibs first 15 team at Hibs to date.
Yeah. Give them a high five.
A high
Or a hug.
five. Are you kidding?
Or a hug.
All right. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you next week. And I think we do have a good show for you. Not really sure who's on yet, but we do have a good show.
Tish, not really.
Atish, yeah. Actually, don't listen.